Hello guys and welcome back. So I thought since we are starting August and I've finished 6 months, well 7 months in my journal A5 notebook from Create with Pen, I thought it'd be nice to do a 6-month flip. So yeah, let's just get straight in. Like I said, this is a Create with Pen notebook. The reason I've chosen this for my journal this year and last year is I absolutely love 5mm grid, which is why I use Stalogy as well as a planner. I did use the Hobonichi Cousin for a couple of years, but I don't like that it's got, you know, stuff on the top like the date, and then it's got quotes on the bottom, and it's got 4mm grid and sort of yellowy paper. So as much as I do like that paper, yeah, for me, just having a blank notebook with just like grid paper like this sold it to me. I have spoken to Jen about whether she's going to bring this back next year, and she has told me yes, they will be available again at the end of this year. So I will hopefully pick up a few then. Okay, so this is just a blotting paper that I use. Sometimes if I'm writing with fountain pens, it's quite good to absorb the excess ink. At the beginning of the year, I did calculate like how many pages there were and divided them by 12 months, which gave me an average of 27.5 months. So this is the slightly, I think this is like a B grade notebook because it doesn't have 365 pages, but that's fine. Like instead of like 30 or 31 pages per month, it's got a few less, which is no problem. Yeah, you can see like in June I only used 24 anyway, so it's gonna kind of balance out. But I do keep a track of how many pages I'm using each month and how many pages I you know, have left, so that I'm not spending like December kind of worried that I'm gonna run out of paper. This is a yearly overview calendar that I just I purchased from Etsy, and then I just added the floral myself and changed the font and printed it on vellum. And then January freebie calendar from Sterling Ink. I do like to have like a monthly calendar in each, like at the beginning of each month. That kind of just separates the months out for me. And then this vinyl, which I cut myself, but the lettering is done by C. Amy Draw. And then I was kind of focusing on what my goal for the year was, obviously starting in January, but I wanted like this to be a running theme throughout the year for me, which was to simplify. I have just got too much stuff in the house, not just my stuff, but the kids' stuff and just stuff in general. And I'm trying to reduce it all by like 50%, which I know is a very ambitious goal. But yeah, it's very doable. At least in my kitchen, I've managed to do a lot of kitchen supplies, reduce them all down. So yeah, bedding, blankets done, clothes done. So I am getting there. And then this is just another printable that I have had for many years. The background of it is my own alcohol ink sort of design that I did a washi tape for with Christine from London Gifties, and then I just printed the quote on top of that because I love all things like blue, especially in January. Again, just some vellum. This is like Devanagari script, which is the script they use for Hindi. So I'm actually Gujarati, which is a completely different script, but I went to I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I actually went to a boarding school in India from about the age of 8 until I was like maybe a bit younger. Anyway, 8 till about 11 and a half. And I did study Hindi there. It was a Catholic school. Even though I'm Gujarati, I'm a Hindu. It was like the best international, one of the best international schools in India. And so my parents enrolled me there. They came back home. and I studied Hindi and also another language, Marathi, which I've completely forgotten, but I understand bits of it. But Hindi, to me, like all our Bollywood movies and songs are always in Hindi, so I completely understand it, like fluently, as well as Gujarati, which is like my mother tongue. I can speak Hindi relatively fluently, but I have kind of forgotten how to read and write. So I can read it, but it takes me a while to kind of like decode, and then, you know, so basically one of my goals this year is to become more familiar with reading and writing Hindi, at least reading it, so I can read it, you know, as well as I read English. So that's why I have this in here. It's going well. I have definitely made improvement, so I'm happy about that. And then I had some happy mail with this notebook that Jen from Create with Pen sent me, all her new washi tapes. I think other than a couple of these, my daughter has pretty much taken all of them, because these are like right up her street, and yeah, I've not been able to use them because she stole them, but that is that. These are both my washi tapes. I love pairing them together. This is like the very first design that I did with London Gifties, and then this is the alcohol ink one that I showed you guys over here. And then playing around with some watercoloring and just kind of testing the paper to see how well it takes to water, how well it takes to watercolors. Very well, by the way. And a quote that I just cut on vinyl myself, sort of keeping in theme with my word of the year. It says, may we be consumed with the creator of all things rather than with things created. So I really like that. I think I've had this in several of my planners or journals before. I would say like 99% of the washi tapes and pet tapes that you're going to see in here are from London Gifties. Every now and again I do use some that I have from Lauren Phelps Designs or Simply Gilded or the Washi Tape Shop, but unless I specify, basically they are all from London Gifties. So here I just I actually wanted to add a picture of the girls, but they wouldn't let me take any because they were like, why do you have to take pictures of everything? And I was like, okay, fine, have your moment. But yeah, they were just going through like a really nice phase of like towards the end of the Christmas holidays, just catching up or rewatching for the millionth time all the Harry Potter movies, which I have never ever seen. I've never read the books or heard the audiobooks or watched any of the movies. I've walked past my kids when they're watching them. It's just not for me. So yeah, I apologize in advance to any of you diehard Harry Potter fans. Life right now, just kind of documenting a few things. And then it was my youngest sister Neha, her baby shower. Her and her husband Krishan had my little niece, and I had purchased this Canon selfie square after I saw Sierra from SM Plans using hers, and I absolutely love it. So you can do like one picture, or you know, you can do like various layouts as well, which is really, really handy. I did caption them with permanent marker pens, so I think I have the Sharpie one, and then the other one that I use is, anyway, I realized very quickly that they transfer. This is the other one that I have, which is also very good. The writing transfers, so that's why you can see this has printed from there. So I either have to make sure they're not overlapping, like when they touch each other, so kind of position the pictures differently, or what I've started doing when I forget or when I want it to look like this to make it look sort of, you know, aesthetically pleasing, is I have some, which I obviously can't find now, here we go, some clear vellum sticky notes from Muji, and I just cut like a little piece and put it over there so you can barely see it. I'll show you. You can barely see that it's on there, but that's going to prevent the sort of cross colouring, which then does not come off, which is very annoying. And then just some more journaling. My husband bought me a new car for my 40th, which was actually almost 2 years ago now, but it would have been like a year, just over a year ago when I actually got the car. Partly just because I'm not like a really car person, so I was not bothered about what car to get, and he was kind of like, well, you have to pick something. Anyway, it took a long time. It's a Nissan Qashqai. I absolutely love it. But like I said, I'm not usually a car person, so I've never really owned a new car in my life. I've always bought like secondhand cars. And a few weeks ago, I was picking my daughter up from forest school, and I had to swerve to kind of avoid this other parent that was coming around the corner really fast. And there's a house on the corner that usually never has like their bollards up. I didn't even know they had bollards, but they've got the retracting bollards. And I obviously, this is how we always, like, every parent pulls into their sort of like, it's not even a driveway, but it's like just a little sort of paved area outside their house. So I did the same, and they had a very low bollard. So my car on the passenger side, the front door is going to need replacing because the bollard basically just tore through the metal. And I was very upset, but not, I wasn't really upset about the damage because I know it's, insured and covered. I was just kind of like, see, this is why I can just never have nice stuff, I just cannot be trusted to have good stuff. And I don't like the anxiety of having new stuff, expensive stuff, for exactly this reason. Not that I'm like a careless person, but anyway, yeah, a little backstory there to my car. Some currently things I like having, like, sort of some of the words in like a different pen, so I get like an overview quickly of the whatever I'm trying to say on that page, and then the details are in normal writing. And then I do like to also include quotes. I love this purple pen. It is literally just this Pilot G-Tech C4. I never have luck with the black one. The black one always seems to, the ink fades as I'm writing and then it'll come back. Like, it's just not a consistent pen. But the coloured ones just work absolutely fabulously for me. So I've got the purple and the pink. I definitely love using the purple in here. And then I received Happy Mail washi tapes from London Gifties. I really wanted to add this in here because I really like this. It is from Brené Brown. And then some more quotes and things I take screenshots of that I want to remember and to record in my planner. A little picture of Ishri there, and with like a little thing that says beautiful things to say to our children. And then a little thing about wintering, and then you'll see like a few of these spreads in my journal. It's called Daily Bhakti Bites. So they are just quotes from our spiritual teacher, our guru. Every day there's like a quote of the day, which I again will keep screenshots of my favorite ones. Sometimes I'm reading like an article and I'll want to put like a chunk of what he said in here. So that's what these are. And then Ishri, I love her handwriting. It's so sweet and cute, but she refuses to like do her schoolwork in neat handwriting. So all her school books look really messy, but I wanted to record her writing, so I've stuck this in. She basically is like such a business minded person. She's always trying to like hustle up business and figure out ways to make money. So she decided she was going to do like a postal service in the house for 5p. So like if I needed a message being passed to Vishaka, she would charge me 5p, either verbal message or a written message. She makes like birthday cards and selling my own washi samples back to me for 15p for like a small piece. So these are the washies that she's kind of taken or I've given to her. But yeah, anyway, lots of other things, which is very cute, and things that I, you know, look back on now, and I can already see that even like just 6 or 7 months down the line, she's grown out of doing stuff like this. She's just, you know, oh, I'm 13, I'm a teenager, I don't do things like this anymore. So it's nice to have that in there. Some more watercoloring with some metallic watercolors. So the watercolors I use are Arteza ones. Love them. They're not chalky at all. They're just beautifully pigmented, gorgeous. Love them. And then Vishaka took her first solo flight to, well, her first solo flight ever, and she went to Dublin to see my husband's family. So that's my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law's, 2 of them. That's his wife and their kid, I think, who's 1, and Vishaka's never met him. So yeah, Killian, that was nice. I wanted to have that in here because yeah, it's like it was a big thing for us. She was 16 at the time, but yeah, it was her first solo flight. And then we went to Belgium, so myself, Vishaka and my sister Rina. It was actually like a devotee festival that we had, a weekend long of like chanting, but we stayed on a bit extra to go to Brussels and do a bit of sightseeing and eat like waffles and famous like Belgian fries and Belgian chocolates. Like, I'm not joking, you guys. Every single street in Belgium has at least like 10 chocolate shops. It was crazy, and like just amazing and delicious, and just, yeah, it was so nice. But I actually managed to use a lot of my travel stamps, which was nice. I haven't used them in a long time, so that was nice to get that out. And that was January. And then February I started doing this style of sort of memory keeping, which for me was very low maintenance. I don't have to put washi or stickers or anything like that, just kind of the date and then a little memory of the day. And I really liked even just the way that looks, so you can see. I continued with that. This, I think I tend to lean towards this kind of memory keeping when I have either like life is very, very busy and I don't want to forget stuff, so I don't wait till the pages are decorated, I just jot it down, or life has been so busy I've not had time to sit and work on my journal, and then I will sit like, you know, a couple of weeks in to February and just whack it all out in one go. And in which case I just want to have it out and down on paper. I don't have time to play with my supplies. And then some washi tape from the washi tape shop. I actually really love this black. I love both of these, but I've had a chance to use this one a bit. I've not had a chance to use this one, so I am kind of looking forward to like winter months so I can use that then. This one I was not so keen on, and I think I've learnt my lesson not to sample or like swatch washies that I'm not going to use, because for me now this is just like wasted paper. But anyway, whatever, I've learned my lesson. Washies that I love, that I received that I love, I will swatch, and then ones that I'm not going to use I will just not have in here, because like I said, paper is short in here. Yeah, these dragon ones as well, which I kind of said to them not to send me, but they insisted because it was part of their sort of new selection, I guess. Again, my daughter Ishri loves dragons. She has taken these off my hand. I loved this page. I just love having like little like pink florally things and little sections. And then my little niece arrived. Her name's Shayna. Ishri was forced to take this picture because she does not like babies at all. Like, give her a kitten or a puppy or a rabbit or a gerbil, any other animal any day and she will love it, but she is not into babies whatsoever. So yeah, we had to kind of force her to take that picture, but she's not bothered by Shayna. Even now, like Shayna's like 6 months or nearly 6 months, she's, yeah. Vishaka is like the total opposite. She's like just absolutely in love with Shayna, cannot get enough of her. And then here I wanted to actually write something like a little note, to Valentine's note, I think, to my kids. I just never got around to it. I absolutely love this paper. I bought it from AliExpress a really long time ago, and it comes in black as well. It's foiled. It's just so gorgeous, and I love that it's got like feathers and pen, like, oh, it's just so pretty. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and actually use it at some point. And then we went on a family road trip to the Cotswolds, which was so beautiful. It was a little bit nippy, like a little bit cold, not super cold, but it was just really nice, so picturesque, like such a beautiful village, Castle Combe. We were actually on the way to Wales. We took a little detour there because it's been on my bucket list for ages. So my husband was like, you know what, let's just go. And that was our anniversary trip, and the kids kind of gate crashed, but we didn't mind too much, so that's fine. And then I thought this was a really cute idea. Like, my husband had taken them to the same beach, Barafundle Bay in Wales, in 2018, and then we thought, oh, we have got to recreate that picture, you know, several years later, 6 years later. So yeah, it's just so cute. It's the same beach. I think this was in June, which is why it looks green there, but other than that, yeah, it was such a nice memory to have that. And I did dig this out so that I could compare. Another one of those Bhakti Bite pages. I love having stuff like this in here. Yeah, just stuff that I find on Instagram, and I often read through it, you know. I actually do flip through this quite a lot. And then some more of just date and journaling. I did have, I'm trying to think why, oh, when I ordered my Sterling Ink Weeks planner, this one, the common planner, I did pick up a couple of like stickers from there, because shipping is so expensive from America for us that, as much as I love Sterling Ink's stickers, I generally cannot justify the postage cost for having them delivered. But I thought, since I'm getting the planner anyway, I will chuck in a few of these, you know, sticker sheets that she had. So I used them up. Love them. Here's more. Absolutely love. Oh, they're just so gorgeous. And if I was like living in America, or if shipping was, you know, less expensive, I would 100% be subscribed to her sticker subscription thing for sure. And then this month I decided to do a highlight of the month, which was nice. Just some, you know, sort of main things. Huge amount of decluttering. I don't remember that, but great that I did that. And then this is March. I started using some of my own monthly calendars that I created on Canva. Really liked how this spread turned out. These washi dot stickers are from AliExpress, and you get like a huge roll of them in different colors and different shades, and they're really nice to just kind of add like a, you know, a pop of color to journaling pages. So, and then these are like rub-on stickers as well from AliExpress. These ones I printed myself. The lettering, I'm not sure, maybe it's the Amy Draw, but yeah, that's nice. And then some watercoloring with just a quote. And then these are again like rub-on stickers, but they're so old that I had trouble like peeling them off. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of having like a big purple flower that's missing chunks, I'm going to just stick it in random places like this and make it just look like little flakes. And I really, really, really loved how that turned out. I just love the look of it. It looks like it's like there's flowers in the paper grains itself, which there isn't, but yeah, that's lovely. Some more Bhakti bites. Just documenting some date nights with my husband. And then pictures of Vishaka and Shayna. My printer was playing up, that's why it's got these streaks on there. It's fine, I don't mind. This is just normal like printer paper, and I think it's like 90 GSM. And when I don't want to bulk up my planner too much, or when I want to have like a different, you know, size and shape of pictures, I will often just print on this paper rather than using my Canon Selfie. And then I was playing around with my watercolors again, which I absolutely love, and I discovered like just adding plain water to the paper, rediscovered rather. So literally just get like plain water and put it on a blank piece of paper, let that dry, and that's going to give you a really nice like crinkly sound. And you can just write on it. It doesn't even, you know, you don't then have to watercolor on it, but I let it dry. I watercolored on it. Here as well, just documenting Mother's Day. It was obviously my sister's very first Mother's Day. That was really cute. We all got together for masala dosas at Neha's house. In Indian culture, we have this thing where when you've had a baby, you don't leave the house for a certain number of weeks. So Neha was housebound, and it's meant to be like the woman's supposed to just be off, you know, household duty. She's supposed to just stay indoors and rest and bond with baby and things like that. So yeah, she was at home. So normally we would do this at my parents' house, but we all came to her house. It was my other sister who was making the masala dosas, but my brother just giving it a go, and he didn't do too badly actually. But yeah, that was nice. And then I absolutely love this picture of my husband with Shayna. It's just such a cute picture, so I love that. I had to put that in there. And then so this was the first day she was allowed out of the house, 19th of March. And they brought her, the first place you generally bring the baby after you are allowed out is to the temple to kind of get blessings from God. So they brought her to the temple for blessings. And I was actually the sort of priest, or we call it the pujari, that day. So that was nice. I got to do like a few special bits and bobs for her. That was lovely. And then very simple but nice pages, again, just documenting. I think this is when I was going to say when my husband and Vishaka, yeah, they went to India, and my sister Rina also went. So I think they went on the Wednesday. The three of them went to India in March for a few weeks, and that was just me and Ishri at home. This was just some scrap paper that I found, and I just kind of tore around it and stuck a Polaroid type picture on there. Really nice. Some more journaling, more Bhakti bites. I was not a fan of this red, but anyway, this washi I love, absolutely adore. I did leave these pages blank for their pictures before I moved on to April, because I knew that I had instructed my sister to take pictures. My husband and daughter are just useless at taking pictures or videos or anything. They would go to India for like a month and just not document anything other than like their meals or something like that. So my sister was on strict instructions to take as many pictures as she could, and bless her, she did. So thank you very much for that, Rina. And yeah, I have these gorgeous peacock feather stickers that I got from Temu. That was just perfect, because where they have gone is the birthplace of like our god Krishna, and Krishna always wears peacock feathers in his head. So yeah, absolutely just perfect. And then Vishaka's best friend Shami was also in India at the same time, and they hadn't seen each other for a really long time, so they had a nice little reunion. They went to all the beautiful temples, went to like feed the cows and brush the cows every day, and Rina absolutely loved it and is going back with them in November. So yeah, she did very, very well on the photo department. Otherwise I would not have had pretty much anything to document of their trip. And then they were very, very sad about leaving, as you can see, but they are going. Well, my husband's already there right now. He's been there for a couple of weeks, and they are going again in, I think, end of October or November time for 3 weeks again. I love taking screenshots of like WhatsApp conversations with my kids, especially Ishri, because she's just so entertaining, her messages. So yeah, I snapshotted that, and that was March. And then April, again, just a calendar I printed myself. These are all from Temu, these stickers, stunning. Few goals that I had in mind. This is a tissue, like a napkin, and it didn't quite turn out as well as I thought it would. But it's kind of glued in a bit too well there for me to take it out. I just wasn't very happy with how it turned out. I'd actually bought these for the candle trick. So you know when you have like long candlesticks, and what you do is you wrap like a napkin around it and then you iron it on, so it kind of imprints, almost like it imprints the candle with the tissue, and so you can personalize or customize your candles. So I did use it for that, and that was actually a better project than this one. More washi from London Gifties. To kind of save space in terms of how many pages these take up, I thought instead of doing like a whole strip of the same washi tape, and then, you know, that's like taking up loads, I decided to cut out like 1 or 2 of my favorite designs from each roll and then just stick them in like this, and that way I actually end up using way less pages, because this would have been like a whole row, this would have been a whole row, that, you know, like that. Whereas here I've just got like 1 or 2 of my favorite pieces from each tape, because this was an absolutely mammoth order, Happy Mail package that she sent me, and there's just no way I would have been able to swatch all of them. And then some tape that I had ordered from Temu, which I actually really, really liked. I was very surprised by the quality, but the colors are just gorgeous and vibrant, and you don't get tons in the roll, but definitely worth it. Like, it was literally a couple of quid. It's so nice. Some more of these pictures. I saw these like classic books. The covers are just stunning. I think I have shared them on Instagram before. They're hardbacks. They are just so beautiful. I bought it for Vishaka as a little surprise, and I started my habit of doing 10 minutes outside before I touch my phone. So I basically go brush my teeth, go downstairs, make myself a cup of chai, and sit outside in the garden for 10 minutes. And that drastically helped reduce my screen time. I've kind of fallen off it a little bit. I still go out and do my 10 minutes, but unfortunately I have started picking up my phone first thing, but I'm back on it. So today is Monday, 5th of August. I did not touch my phone. I checked the time and I got up. So this month is the month that I'm going back to doing it. Love this page. Love these butterfly stickers from Temu. And then just a sort of random collection of memories, because I took a lot of pictures and I didn't have much to say about them. So I felt like instead of having like a whole page, you know, I would just do like a spread and put in whatever pictures I wanted and write a little bit if I wanted to. Again, another screenshot of messages. Love this. And then documenting Ishri's 13th birthday. Cannot believe I officially have 2 teenagers in the house. But yeah, love that. And then I had a page for April highlights. And I think on the very last day, I had already done this because I thought that's it. But we decided to go to Brighton for like by the beach for a family day out. But like Brighton is so lovely. It's got all these like little narrow cobbled streets with like really like unique hippie-ish type shops. They just sell like really nice like jewelry and a lot of vegan restaurants and foods, and anyway, it's just so nice. We all love going to Brighton. So yeah, that's why the highlights was already done. I was not expecting to have another journaling page, but yeah, that's fine. This is that purple pen again there. And then this is May. So this time, instead of doing like just a generic goals thing, I kind of broke it up into focusing on goals and looking forward to. Bluebell Woods. Love this spread. Washi's again. I think this time I did do the whole roll because they were just so stunning and so gorgeous. And yeah, I just wanted to have them in here. Love these houses. And then again, just some messages. Love having those in there. And then we went to Birmingham for like a 24-hour chanting thing, and our Airbnb guy did not leave the key for us at night. So when we got to the house, we were like looking everywhere forever for the key, which he had not left. It was obviously very late, which I had told him we were going to get there really late. So he's not picking up his phone. Airbnb are like, look, we're sorry, there's nothing we can do. If you want to get a hotel, we'll try and reimburse you for the cost. But obviously all the hotels in the local area were fully booked with devotees, because there's like hundreds of devotees that come to this festival, and everywhere was like fully booked. So it was me, Vishaka, my sister Rina, and Vishaka's friend Shami, and we ended up having to sleep in the car. So me and Rina were in the front. And my new car, the back seat like completely flattened, so like all the way extended into the boot. So Vishaka and Shami actually lay flat and completely could stretch their legs out. So they had like a lot of space, but they were like, oh, it was a bit cold, even though I kept turning the heating on every now and again. But anyway, a lot of memories, and we had to like brush our teeth out on the street because we had like nowhere to like shower or get dressed or anything like that. So yeah, there's Vishaka putting on a sari in the middle of the street. Well, it was very quiet street. We had parked somewhere quiet, and yeah, anyway, I was like not doing that again. I was like, I'm just too old to do this kind of stuff. But anyway, an adventure nonetheless. And then we had a wedding, friend's wedding to go to at the temple. That was nice. Vishaka dressed up in my sari and looked so beautiful. That's her with my husband. And then Ishri was on a forest school trip. She went to Dartmoor with all her like forest school buddies, and the camp teachers were sending us pictures, so that was really nice. And then I started adding some of these memes. I post them on like sticky notes, which is just like a 3x3 sticky note, and then it's easy to just stick that in. Love that. More washi tapes. Me and Vishaka finished Game of Thrones. I started watching it with her probably not even that long ago. I can't remember, but basically we binged, and she loved it. I did skip through some of the explicit stuff. And then finally June. Again, this gorgeous purple pen, Bhakti Bites. I kind of messed up the layout a little bit. I would have preferred this washi here and the title here, but anyway, in my brain I was kind of laying out the page like this, and then I thought, oh, this is a weird random blank space here. So But anyway, I think it's just a given that because both pages have purple pen, it's the same spread. More of this kind of like just not rapid logging, maybe that's what it's called, rapid logging according to the bullet journal method. But yeah, just quickly like high priority or like highlights, you know, jotted down. It's not every day, so like you can see here I've skipped Friday and Saturday because probably nothing happened. And then another one of these life right now pages, which I really love. I absolutely love looking back on these because I'm like, yeah, like, oh, June, this is how we spent our month, you know. Yeah, so that's cool. And then I saw this on Julie Plan's in one of her journals. She had written like the cost of living and the current cost of, like, I think you guys in America, you call it gas, we call it petrol, milk, you know, things like that. So I did one of some of the things that we most commonly buy. So I'm obsessed with 0 sugar cherry Coke and I calculated like what the price is for a pack of 8 cans, my chai, yeah, and then some staples like milk, butter, cheese, you know, things like that. And that will be, I think, interesting. I wish I had done this from the beginning because I think it would be so fun to look back on my planners and journals through the years. It's probably been about 15 years since I started, yeah, like journaling, planning. I mean, I've always had like diaries and things like that, but I think that's definitely when I started my Instagram account. It was probably about 14, 15 years ago now. And I met like the planner community. Yeah, more journaling, more washi tapes, and then just playing with some of my fountain pen inks because I'm just not really using my fountain pens as much, even in here. So yeah, I thought, well, maybe I'll just use them as paints instead. And then one of our friends' babies, Janitai, Vishaka's like adopted him like her son. I tell you, this kid collects babies everywhere she goes, but we just adore him. We're like obsessed with him. He's like the cutest thing ever. And it was his first birthday. So yeah, we went to their house for a pizza party. And then that's my dad with baby Shayna. I made her a little daisy chain, but she was not very impressed. Oh, this was Father's Day. So we had lunch at home. This was Vishaka singing at the temple. These are the deities at our temple, my local temple, and then just some sort of summer vibes. So you can see what I meant, like here I have put some of that clear sticky note on there to avoid it transferring the ink from one to another. So that's nice, and you can't really see it, to be honest. Just journaling a little bit about Bridgerton season 3, which I kind of loved and hated, and I'm a little bit like boycott it for next season, but I love Benedict too much to do that. So let's see, some more love. Some more screenshots and pictures. Ishri got glasses. She was so devastated about it, but I think I was about her age, 13, 14, when I also got glasses. But yeah, she's not very she's not very happy. I think she's very grateful that she can see a lot more clearly now. I think she never realized that things are supposed to look sharp and not blurry. So immediately she was like, oh my god, I forgot what the clouds used to look like, you know, or I can see that plane. And so she's definitely happy about that. But yeah, I think she's just a bit self-conscious, as you are at that age, and as I was as well. But yeah, and then we went for, it was just so hot. It was like over 30 degrees hot, and we just wanted to be by the water somewhere. And my husband was like, oh, hey, I know this really nice, like, private stream, lake, river type thing. It's like a 10-minute walk, and it's like completely secluded. So of course we followed him, and it was not a 10-minute walk. It was more like a 45-minute walk, and we complained non-stop the whole way and told him he's not allowed to be in charge of like taking us on walks or hikes anywhere anymore because he's untrustworthy. But yeah, it was very nice, and it was really, really cold, water just perfect, and it was extremely secluded. I think like one person cycled past us the whole time. And then we had a beach day because it was like another hot day, and I just thought I cannot stay. I actually have to just escape. So yeah, we headed out to the beach, and that is it. So that's 6 months worth of journaling in here. I am really, really happy how this turned out. Sometimes I do feel like, oh, is it just like a lot of it is just like washi and quotes, but looking back on it, it's nice to see that there's also a lot of memory keeping, you know, and things that are important to me and that I want to look back on over the years, and I want my kids to be able to, you know, look back on as well. So I hope that was fun. I will definitely do a flip of the next 6 months as soon as that is done. But thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.